I'm going to be using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, and I'll be using these baby weight yarns, and I'll be doubling the strand. Okay, so I'll be using 2 strands of my baby weight yarn, or you can call it sporting weights. I think they call it sports weights. I've forgotten the other name for it. Anyways, I'll be using it in 2 different colors. So this is what we'll be making. We'll basically be making a willow square, and we'll be turning it into a dress. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to make this square, and then I'll be recording the joining process so you can see how to turn it into the dress. All right, so let's get into the tutorial. So we'll be starting our magic ring with our magic circle. Okay, so this is it. You're going with your yarn and pull up a loop, hold on to it so it doesn't go off, and you chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet stitch. So yarn over, and we'll be going into this magic ring with 15 double crochets. Okay, 15. So we'll be having 16 stitches in total when you add the chain 3. So we'll make our 15 double crochets, and we'll be done with our foundation circle. So we pull our yarn to tighten up the magic ring, and then we'll be going in with a slip stitch, okay, on top of the chain 3. The 3rd chain, we'll be going in with a slip stitch to seal off the round. So you're going, pull out the loop, and you pull it through this stitch here, and you pull it. So for our round 2, we'll be starting with a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this chain 4 is a double crochet and a chain 1. Okay, so the 3 chains are our double crochet. The 3 chains is our double crochet, and this is a chain 1. Then you yarn over, and you go into the next stitch with a double crochet, and you chain 1. Okay, so basically what we're doing here is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. So go into the next stitch with our double crochet, chain 1. Into the next, we're not skipping any stitches. No, we're not skipping any stitch. We're just going into each stitch with a double crochet, you chain 1, and then you go into the next stitch with a double crochet, chain 1. All right, that's basically what we're doing. There are so many tutorials on how to make a willow square on YouTube. So I'm sure if this one is not clear enough, you'll be able to find other tutorials. Then you can now come back to the assembling of the dress. So we're at the last stitch, so make our double crochet, we chain 1, and then we go into the 3rd chain on this chain 4, on the first chain 4. Remember, we'll be joined at the 3rd chain because the chain 3 serves as a double crochet, and the chain is supposed to stand alone. So here we go. We have 16 stitches and 16 chains. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, and for the next round, we'll start as usual with our chain 3. Okay, chain 3, yarn over, and we'll be going into every chain 1 space with 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Oh my god, why did that happen? 2. Okay, and then we'll be going into the stitch, the top of our stitch, with double crochet. Okay, so where you see a stitch, you go in with a double crochet, and when you see a chain, you go in with 2 double crochet, basically. So going into the chain 1 space again with 2 double crochets, because we've started doing our official increases and stitches. What we did here was just increased with chains. So let's chain 3. This row 3 or round 3 is where we'll be doing our full stitched increases. So into the chain 1 space, you're going with 2 double crochets, and then you go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet. Okay, so at the end of this, I think we're supposed to have about, what, I don't know, 40 something stitches. Yeah, it's going to be in the written pattern. So we keep doing the same thing until we get to the end. Okay, remember, do not skip a stitch and do not skip a chain. All right, guys, so I just counted and we have 48 stitches in our round 3. Okay, so I'll be joining our work together at the top of the chain 3 space here, and there you have it. So you chain 1. Now for this row, we're doing a lot of chains, and I like to, now this could have counted as a stitch, all right, but I like to go in here and do a proper single crochet. Okay, so I do a single crochet and then I chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then you skip 2 and then you go in here with a single crochet. Then we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We skip 2 and go in with a single crochet. Okay, then we repeat the chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 and go in here with a single crochet. We'll be doing this 3 times. So this is the third one. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 and go into the third space or stitch with a single crochet. Okay, and this is to make the edges of our square. So this is one edge, this is the 3 parts of the square in between, and then we'll be making the second edge. You know, our square is supposed to have 4 sides, so this is side 1. We'll be doing the side 2 now. So for the side 2, we'll be chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll be skipping 3 stitches and going into the third, 2 stitches. We'll be skipping 2 stitches, please, and going into the third with a single crochet. Okay, so you see what we have here. Okay, and then we'll be repeating these parts where we chain 3 and skip 2 stitch and go into the third stitch with a single crochet. We're doing that 3 times, and then we do our chain 5 again, then we do our chain 3 more times, then we do our chain 5 1 more time, and then we do our chain 3 more times. Okay, so that we'll get the square angles. So what you just did here, you'll be repeating that for this side, and you'll be repeating that for this side, and then this side. Okay, so we'll be only doing 4 5 chains. Okay, we'll be doing only 4 chain 5s. So 1 edge, 2 edge, 3 edge, 4 edge. All right, I hope that analogy is clear, or rather that explanation is clear. So let's do this again. So we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Go into the third stitch and do a single crochet. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2. Go into the third stitch. Do our single crochet. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Go into the third stitch with our single crochet, and then we chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go into the third stitch with a single crochet. So you see, our square is taking shape. All right, and then we keep repeating the same thing as we go, and I'll see you when I get to the end. So we just completed our fourth side of the square, and I just did my last chain 3, then we'll skip 2, and we'll be joining in this what's it called, single crochet stitch here. Gosh, we'll be joining it at the single crochet stitch here with a slip stitch. Okay, now this is why I prefer using the single crochet, because it's just up there, you know, like a normal stitch, and it rhymes with these others, instead of just doing a chain 1 and then chain 5. But you can do that one if it works well for you. So now we are getting the shape of our square. Okay, so for our 5th round, this is 1 2 3 4. For our round 5, as usual, we'll be starting with our chain 3, 1 2 3. Then we yarn over and we go into the space with 4 double crochets. 3 4. Okay, so after doing our 4 double crochets, we'll chain 3, 1 2 3, yarn over, go into the space here with another 5 double crochets, please. 5 double crochets, and that's because our chain 3 serves as a double crochet stitch at the beginning, so it's 5 double crochets. Let's get that clearly. So this is our 5 double crochets, yeah, and we'll be going into this chain 3 space here with 1 single crochet. Okay, 1 single crochet. Then you yarn over and we'll be going into the next chain 3 space with 7 double crochets. 7 double crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, that's 2 4 6 7. All right, and then we'll go into the chain 3 space, the next chain 3 space with 1 single crochet. So you see, this is the shape it is taken. So we'll just repeat the same thing here and everywhere around. So in the chain 5 space, you're going with 5 double crochet, chain 3, 5 double crochet, and then in the next chain 3 space, you'll be doing 1 single crochet, and then in the middle chain 3 space, we'll be doing 7 double crochet, and then we do a single crochet in the next chain space, and then we just keep repeating the same thing as we go around. So I'm going to do this one, and then I'll let you do the rest. So for our next corner, we'll be going in with our double crochets. 5 double crochet, chain 3, 5 double crochet, 2 3 4 5. Okay, chain 3, 1 2 3, and go back into that same space with 5 double crochets. 3 4 5. Okay, and then you go in here with your single crochets. Then we do our 7 double crochets in here, and we do our single crochet here. So you get the drill. So just keep going, and I'll meet you when I get to the end. So this is what we have so far, and okay, so I'm supposed to actually cut off this yarn. I got distracted, or should I say carried away, and I'll be attaching my white yarn. So we just did our last single crochet in here, and we'll be going at the top of the chain 3 space we had at the beginning, the third chain. We'll be going into the third chain. So in order to attach the white yarn, I'm going in here and I'll be pulling out a loop from this yarn here. Okay, pull it through here and go through this one, and then I'll be pulling at the end of the tail here that I cut off so it can tighten. Okay, and I'll be doing my chain 3 for a start. So chain 1, chain 2, this is me just hiding the stitch, chain 3. Okay, so after doing this chain 3, I'm supposed to chain 5. Okay, so we'll be chaining 5 more, which means the total of the chains we're making at the beginning is 8 chains. Okay, so let me do the rest of the chains. 5 more chains to go. So we have a total of 8 chains right now. All right, let me just cut off this tail here. So we have 8 chains, and we'll be going into this end here with 1 single crochet. Bear that in mind, please. 1 single crochet, and then we'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go back into the same space with a single crochet. All right, and then we'll be chaining 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll be going into this single crochet space here with a double crochet. Okay, double crochet. Then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You'll get a hang of it, and then we'll locate the middle, which is the 4th stitch in this our 7 stitches here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th stitch. I'll be going into the 4th one, which is the middle, with 1 single crochet. Now, to understand what we're doing here, the reason why we're going in here with a single crochet is because this place is already higher than this side. So in order for everything to align, for the size to be the same, the parts of the parts of our stitches that is a bit upward will be going in there with a single crochet, and the parts that are downward will be going in with double crochets to elevate it. Okay, basically that is the magic going on here. So I'll be doing a chain 3 and going into this single crochet space with a double crochet. All right, so this is just so that you understand what's going on here, and then we'll repeat what we did here at the end, and we do 5 chains, 3, 4, 5. Okay, is our chain 5, and then we'll be going in here with a single crochet, chain 3, and a single crochet again. All right, so we will now be repeating what we just did here. Okay, we'll be repeating the same thing. So we're doing our chain 5, double crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, double crochet, then chain 5, and then we do our edge. Okay, so basically we'll just be repeating what we did here. So let me show you that again. So chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over and go into this single crochet space with our double crochet, and then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we go into the middle here, which is the 4th stitch, with a single crochet. Then you chain 3 again. Oh wow, okay, I will do that later. Then we chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, yarn over and go into this single crochet space here with a double crochet, and we just keep repeating this pattern. We just keep repeating this pattern up until we get to the end. All right, and I'll see you at the end. So we're at the end of this round, should I say 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, this is round 6. The total of the square is supposed to be 7 rounds work. So we'll be joining at the 3rd chain here, because this chain 3 serves as a single crochet. Okay, remember, all our chain 3s are standard serves as a single crochet. So we're going in here into the 3rd chain and pull out a loop and slip stitch in here. Okay, so for our 7th round, first of all, as usual, we start with our chain 3, which serves as a single double crochet. Okay, I got so excited. And then we'll go into here, this space here, with 5 single, oh my god, we go into this space here with 5 double crochets. I'm so sorry, guys. 5 double crochets. Okay, so that's 4 actually, because the chain 3 serves as a, I've said that like a million times now already. Okay, so this is okay, here we go. And then we'll be going into this chain 3 space here with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all right, and then we chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go back into that same space with 3 double crochets. Here's what we have. And then we'll be going into the next chain 5 space with 5 double crochets. Then into this chain 3 space here, we'll be going in with 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 5 double crochet, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, blah 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 blah, and you get the drill. So into the chain 5 space with 5 double crochets, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then in here with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Okay, into the next chain 3 space with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Into the chain 5 space with 5 double crochets. I think by now you already get the drill, so I should stop explaining at this point. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then in here we're going with our 3 double crochets, 3, then chain 3, go back in here with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we continue doing, we just keep repeating this. I just keep repeating this all around, okay, until we get to the end. All right, and I'll see you there. And by then we'll be done making our square. So I am at the end, and I'll be going in with my 3 double crochets into this chain, the last chain 3 space, and I'll be sealing off the round by going into the top of the first chain 3 with a slip stitch. Okay, so slip stitch, and then we'll make another chain one. So tie off the rope, and in comes our scissors. And here we have our willow square. Okay, so I'm going to put this up a little bit so that can get a good view. And this is our willow square. So I'll be showing you how to make the rest of the dress, and I will see you when I'm joining the body of my work together. Subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. All right, guys, welcome back. Now I'm going to show you how to join this together in the most simplest way I can figure out. So this is the front of our square, and in order to join together, we have to flip it to the back, okay, so that our seams will be on the back. It will be hidden inside of the dress. Yeah, so I've flipped all of our squares onto the back side, and now I'll be sewing it together. I noticed my mic stopped working, so I had to start recording this while editing. So we're sewing on the back side, and I'll be showing you how to join it together in order to not leave seams at the front. So we'll be attaching our needle. Attach the needle already. Gosh, I don't know what she's talking about, but I'm sure it was very detailed. So you know how your stitches have two sides at the front, but instead of going through both, we'll be going through one, and it is the one behind, just like how I'm showing you here, the one behind. So we'll make sure to sew on that side so that we leave less seam. Now you can do whatever it is that works best for you if you know how to do your joining together, but this is just how I prefer to do mine. So I'll be putting it on this part of this particular square, and on the other square I'll be attaching it to the same thing as well. So you know this is the back, so we'll not be doing that at the one, we will not be sewing into the one that is facing it directly, but we'll be doing it at the one behind as well. So you see the front and the back exactly. So we'll be going in there with our needle, and this is basically how we'll be doing all of our sewings. Yeah, this is how we'll be sewing everything in this project, so that the our seam would be, should I say, seamless. I made a tangle mess here, so I have to clear that up. But basically, I keep saying basically. This is a little bit funny doing this like this. I need to be serious. So we'll be tying this end so it doesn't slip out, you know, just like how you do when you're hand sewing. I'm not very good at hand sewing, but yeah. So we'll be tying this end together so it doesn't slip out while we're sewing it, and then we'll keep repeating that same process of joining at the back, the back being the one loop, you know, like the back loop of each stitch in our square. Okay, and once again I have destroyed the pattern. So yeah, okay, I figured it out again. So this is it. We'll be sewing like this. Remember, every sewing has to be done at the wrong side of our square, so that the I keep saying same, and I hope it is the right word, so that the sewing will stay at the back. Okay, so that the sewing is going to remain at the back and not at the front. So I'm going to be sewing here, and we'll be sewing from this line down to the other line, kind of like a V shape, you know how it is positioned. That's how we'll be sewing it. So observe closely and see what I'm doing. That's basically how the sewing goes, and I'll keep doing this from the points where I'm sewing to the other side down, like I'm sure my hand already pointed. Basically that's it, and just keep going and The next part is also not has no audio as well, so I'll have to repeat the same process again. I got to realize that my mic wasn't working later on, and yeah, that will be much better instead of this chaos that I'm doing here with you. Yeah, what she's saying. Yep. Keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. Yeah. This is hilarious. No one should have to do a tutorial like this. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. I'll need to, I'll make sure to get my things in place before I start another tutorial, and I'll be more watchful. This sort of thing has never happened to me before. Well, it has, but I picked it up pretty quickly. I think I just wasn't paying that much attention. I was so engrossed in what I was doing. So yeah, we keep sewing until we get to the other side. And here we are. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm done stitching. Basically done stitching. Okay, no more saying basically. This side and this other side together. And now we'll be adding more squares. So remember, the upside we did is our bust parts, and this time around we'll be doing the side on our stomach. Okay, that's like the waist parts, the stomach parts, and we'll be joining about I'll be putting together about 3 more squares. Okay, so you can see it's kind of like another set of triangle. Now we could do this other side. We'll be placing these squares here as well, and then one more at the downside, as you can see. Remember, you should always put your squares on the wrong side. Mine is not flipped here, because I was trying to explain and I flipped it the other way on the right side. But remember, all of your sewing must be done on the wrong side, and as you can see, as I've directed, we'll be sewing from one end to another end, and then we'll be doing the lower parts as well. Okay, so do not forget that this is your next placement and you'll be sewing like this. Remember, flip it to the other side and sew it that way. Don't sew it on the front, sew it at the back. All right, and I'll see you when I'm done sewing. Okay guys, so this is what we have so far, and let's turn it around. Yup, now you can see what we have here. This is the bust parts, this is the center of our stomach, this is the sides, and this is part of the lower part of the stomach. And we'll be adding more squares to the side, okay, as being illustrated here in the video. You see, we'll be adding these 2 squares and we'll be sewing. Yeah, so we'll be sewing these sides as well. I don't know why her camera is like that, but okay. So yes, and more squares there as well. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Perfect. So bear that in mind as we keep progressing. So you do your sewing like this for what we have here. You sew them together, add to the body of the work, and I will see you in the next parts. All right guys, so I've finished joining these parts. So we're done joining these parts, yes, and now we'll be adding 2 more squares to the right side, being where we're facing right now in the video. I have clipped them to the other square on the right with a stitch marker, and this time we'll be sewing. Good girl, she moved closer. So yes, we'll be sewing those parts together. Okay, and that place is going to be the back side of our dress. So why place your work like this and start sewing. Exactly, so from there to there, and when we're done, I'll be showing you the results and how we'll be flipping it over. Let's get to work, people. Let's get to work. So I'm done sewing this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this way. Okay, and let me show you how that's going to happen. So this way. Okay, you see this, and then I'm going to bring this parts, okay, here as well. Okay, so you get the vision here, here, and then I'll be joining the dress from here to here. Okay, I'll be closing it from here to here. And when I do that, I'm going to put it on the mannequin to show you what it looks like. All right, so this is what we'll be doing, and I'll see you when I'm done joining it together. Okay guys, so this is what we have so far. As you can see, this is the dress taking shape and form. So I'm going to be showing you what the back looks like, which is what we just joined. And here you have it. Okay, so this is the back so far. Now we'll be attaching one square here and another square here. Okay, and yeah, attaching one here and another one here. I think so far I have about 13 squares. I think so far I have 13 squares. I think there will be need for more, maybe not, but yeah, this is what we have so far. Attach another square here and another square here. Let me show you what that's supposed to look like. This is it, this, and then you'll be doing this as well. Okay, yeah, that's it, that and this. See you soon. Alright guys, so I'm jumping in here to show you something that we will be correcting. So you can see this square on this side. Yes, give it a moment. So we'll be taking out this square. I was going to add another square, but I will not be doing that. But instead I'll be taking away the square above it, okay, because I need my slants to be on that particular side. So we'll be taking away this square here. Yes, we'll be taking away this square and we'll be adding it to the other side. Okay, and you'll be seeing that in the next clip. So please, this is an error, and because I'm freehanding it, bear that in mind, please. Okay guys, so I took out the one I put here and then I had to move it to this place here at the bottom so I can get more slits, because that being there put the slits in the middle instead of the side. So what we needed to do was maintain a side slit. Okay, so that's what I had to do. That's the switch up. So I added the next square here, and now I'll be adding to these two sides, the sides of the dress, just to give more coverage to these sides. Okay, and I'll see you when I do that. Okay guys, so I am done making the sides, and let me show you. Here you have it. So I'm going to be showing you how to make the straps next. Basically you just go into this space here with your chains. Okay, ignore this, I'm just using this as a stand-in for now. So this is our dress so far, and I'll be adding the tassels soon, but let me show you how to make the straps that I'll be making for this dress. Okay, all right, and then I think I'll be doing a little bit of some stitches going all around for the bottom. But until then, let's make the strap on the hands. That one is not a necessity, I just want to do it. All right guys, welcome back. So this is the top of our dress. Okay, this is our two bust side, and in this space here we'll be starting the strap for our dress. It's a bit stained because I've moved it around a lot, really, so it's stained at that place, but that's for me to worry about. So in order to do the strap, I'll be going into the space with my hook, pull up a loop, chain one to seal it off, and we can make our strap with just a bunch of chains. Okay, you can just keep chaining for the strap. Really, that is very much acceptable, but in my case, I don't want to just do chains. I'm going to yarn over, go into the same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. So basically I went back inside that same space, into that same space, and I made a double crochet. Okay, so what I'll be doing next is I'll be chaining 3 again. 1 2 3, yarn over, and at this point of my work here where I did the double crochet, I'll be going into the top of that stitch and I'll be doing another double crochet. Okay, and then I'll chain 3, turn it, yarn over, and go into the double crochet stitch with a double crochet again. So this is it. So you chain 3, yarn over, go into the double crochet stitch, the top of the double crochet stitch, and you do a double crochet, chain 3, you chain 3 cells as a double crochet, yarn over, go into the top of the double crochet stitch. Remember, you're not going into any of your chains, you're going into the double crochet stitch directly, and you're doing a double crochet, and this is what it looks like. Okay, this gives me some level of thickness, especially if you're the kind of person that does not feel comfortable with the single chain strap. This is more, should I say, comfortable. So and I prefer it because it's thicker, really, so it's not hard on the skin. So basically this is it. I'll be doing about 150 of this, or 120. Just know your measurements, basically from between 100 to 150 is what we'll be doing. Okay, so keep counts. Yeah, so I'll see you when I'm done making the 2 sides, and I'll show you how that goes, and then you can strap your dress and then add your tassels. The back looks like. Okay, then I'll be adding my tassels. Okay, it's giving handkerchief skirt at the back. So to add your tassels, you'll be going in from behind the stitch at the bottom, and then you pull in your loop. Okay, then you go from behind the loop you just pulled and put in the tail end of the rest of that